Oh, okay. Okay, so it's taking longer to cook through. All right, so we've got 3 pots on there now. We need 2 more pots. Hello, my name is Thandi Mexam. I am co-founder of Sakhiseni South Africa. At the moment, Sakhiseni runs a feeding scheme called Sakhiseni Feeding Scheme, and this is what we are busy with here. Sakhiseni started out, actually it has been an idea that has been brewing for a few years, and with the pandemic and the lockdown, we just had to spur into action and do something, and that's how Sakhiseni was founded and put into action. Sakhiseni South Africa basically is an organization that works with young children and youth within the communities, but also with certain community members who are expertise in whatever field, for example, who have skills that they can transfer to the next child, who has knowledge that can benefit or can tutor a child or adopt a child's needs, and that's where Sakhiseni Feeding Scheme was born of. With the need of food and resources to food, with everybody's jobs being shut down, with the lockdown regulations and so forth. So Sakhiseni Feeding Scheme basically runs 5 times a week. From Monday up until Friday, we give about 80 to 100 people porridge in the morning. Every morning, that is from 10 o'clock up until 11:30, and then throughout the day, throughout the morning, we prepare lunch for them, which we serve at 1 o'clock midday. This meal, usually on a Monday, it is pap with a relish or a stew. On Tuesdays, it is soup, and whenever we can get bread, we serve that soup with bread. On Wednesdays, like today, we try to serve a full meal. We'll then have chicken, we'll have vegetables, we'll have rice, and then we try to make our portions bigger that we dish out on a Wednesday. Other days, it's not as easy to give people bigger portions because the amount that comes to get food from the feeding scheme, the number is too big, and unfortunately we do not have all of the resources to buy all of that ingredients. On a Thursday it is soup again, and then on a Friday it is again pap and a relish. So that's how our day goes. The volunteers, which consist out of teachers from Tinkerland Nursery School, it's a local preschool, they are here 5 times a day as well. Every day, from Monday up until Friday, they come clockwise. They start by preparing the porridge to get served. The rest of them peel the vegetables, boil the rice, or put on the soup pots, whatever we are serving that day. They basically prepare all of the vegetables for me, make sure everything is ready, the dishes are clean, and then I cook the food. On days that I'm not here, they cook the food themselves. That's how our day usually runs. In the afternoon, after cleaning up, we try to prepare vegetables for the next day again. The routine when someone comes to fetch food is at the gate, they wash their hands with sanitizer.
Igama lam ndinguyandiswa mahe, irole yam apha eSoup Kitchen. Kusasa xa sifikayo sitishela ipapa for abantwana, but nandenza sure uba bazihlamba izandla, basanitize, and then banxibe imask ngoba 2 weeks back sanikwa almost 200 bucket of mask for wonke umntana ophaka apha eSoup Kitchen. She must get a mask. So my role is to make sure no one enters without a mask, since we were given mask every day. Then for lunchtime, it's the same again, and make sure that hands are washed, they are sanitized, and they put on their mask every day, from Monday to Friday.
They come in, we queue them accordingly, 1 meter apart, and we normally serve children before grown-ups, which means the grown-ups are normally the ones that almost don't get food if we didn't prepare much food that day. But we try to serve the children first. What we also do is, whenever we receive donations of pre-worn clothes, We hand that out as well to community members that are in need. We accept donations and hand out disposable nappies, sanitary pads, masks, and all of that. What the community members do is they always come here. This is my home. We are working for my home. And which means everybody knows that I stay here. Whenever someone has a need, they usually come here and ask if I can or if we can somehow fulfill that need. If we cannot, we will keep them in mind, and then we ask them normally to come back on another time. So everything that comes here goes out, from clothes, pre-worn shoes, the sanitary pads, everything, that it goes to the community members. Everybody that has a need comes here, and we try to fulfill that need in whichever way we can. We depend a lot on donors and funders, whether they are donating ingredients, or they are donating money for gas, or if they are donating masks or even sanitary wear. We are grateful because it always has a hole that it can fill. At the moment, we are cooking outside. Calculating our expenses since we started with the feeding scheme, we've spent close to 30,000 Rand. That's besides the ingredients that's being donated, which means we spend a lot. It costs a lot to run a feeding scheme because the need doesn't grow lesser, it grows bigger. Every day we have more and more people. Currently we feed plus minus 180 people each and every day. And I always say that unless I really need something, I will not go and stand in wind and rain or blazing sun for a little bit of food, not even the best of prepared food. So I always take it that whoever stands in this queue, whoever comes to collect food here is really in need of it. Because the portions we dish isn't even much, it's not a lot. And I am sure that a grown-up will never get satisfied. But they come and they stand in the queue and they wait for that little bit of food because they really need it. So unfortunately at this moment in the pandemic, we cannot scale down on our portions. We cannot turn people away because the need is still very great. And that's why we push on every day, and we call out to community members or anyone that has the capacity or the ability to fund or donate anything to Sakhiseni feeding scheme. They are more than welcome. The community is very appreciative. Some of them even volunteer their resources. For example, if we run out of gas last minute, then one would say, come and put a pot on my stove, small household stoves. One would say, okay, I don't have much, but I've got a packet of potatoes. Can you maybe make use of that? Or I can't give anything, but can I come and volunteer today? I'm not doing anything today, so can I come and help, maybe with washing the hands or with dishing up? So they really are appreciative. And whenever they come in and queue in these lines, they express their gratitude because there's a need. There's a real need, and it is sad that there's such a need for something basic as food. That is something that no child or adult should be in need of, but unfortunately that is the way it is at this moment. And Sakhiseni, together with its funders, its volunteers and community members, we are doing our best to fulfill that need and to fulfill it with as much dignity as possible.